Well, hello Libra. Welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is actually meant for the entire month of September, although, yes, I do realize that by the time you see this, it's going to be mid-month. However, Spirit had me break the signs up to better support the energies for those signs that were happening to go through the major changes with the retrogrades going direct. I mean, obviously it affected all of us, but they're asking me to do this in a specific direction, so that's what we're doing. However, having had said that, this reading is actually going to be good for the next 30 days. So you're going to go for the remainder of the month of September, and then there will be an opportunity for this energies to carry over into the beginning parts of October for you. So, just as I've done for the past couple of months, we are doing a simple 9-card spread. They said this is a little bit more palatable for individuals that will need to grab the details that they need out of it. So we have the current energies, your present energies, some strengths areas that you may not be aware of for yourself. There's also some hidden influences that we're going to discuss, and then we're going to have a card specifically for each element. And so I'm told that this is going to be a bonus. So each of the element cards are actually going to receive their own individual clarifier with one of these oracle decks here. But we do have oracles that they wanted me to talk about first. As I've stated in a couple of other readings, I don't normally use my Thoth deck in generals, nor do I use my Radiant Sun, but they said that this was important to bring out. So the first card that they wanted you to be aware of is that there's an excitement factor that's going on here. Okay. This is Mercury in Pisces energy. So something is going on, which is creating a bunch of excitement and momentum for you. I do have a new deck. It's a very strange oracle deck that I just received, but I participated in the Kickstarter program for it. And so there's 2 cards that came out. The first one is titled Accident. And it doesn't necessarily mean pregnancy. It does mean that something unexpected could potentially happen. Okay, we'll take that information for what it is. And then the other card that comes up, Libras, is saying no. And so obviously you guys know that I'm a Libra as well. And it sometimes is very hard for us to stop and make a decision about something. We have to have time to marinate and consider all sides, because that's just who we are as beautiful people. So they did say that this was the next card that was going to come out, and this is the Angels of Atlantis. Archangel Haniel is here. Please call on Archangel Haniel this particular 30-day period to help bolster your integrity. I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people are very excited about having a Libra in their relationship, because we say what we're going to do. When we finally make that decision, it's because we have thought it through. They said one of these oracle cards, this first one, and then we'll get into the main part of the deck, and then there's more information that they want me to be able to read from at the end. And so this makes a little bit of sense here. There's some excitement that's coming forward. What we have here is the paradigm shift. So there's something that is going to be necessary for you to be aware of and change, and I include myself in that. But of course you guys know that I take up an opportunity to review the remainder of my signs. So they said these were the first 4 to take a look at. This next card, when we get into it, we'll take a look at. And there's a passage that's in the book that we will take a look at. Now, having had said all of that, let's go ahead and get into the reading. So in your present situation here, what we have is the 4 of Swords. Now, this card is titled Truce. So the 4 of Swords traditionally is talking about making sure that you're taking time out for yourself to relax, to renew, to refresh, to kind of go within, make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Heavy information is coming to you through dream state for sure. But this card is titled Truth, which is telling me that there is something that's going on here for the majority of the population with some sort of a change that's getting ready to happen. Obviously, this paradigm shift. So make sure that you're getting the rest that you need to get. In the strength position, we actually have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a second opportunity coming around to support somebody with whatever it is that is most meaningful for you. The Wheel of Fortune is, it's that shifting right? That's going to support whatever this paradigm shift is that they're talking about. There's a second chance, there's a second opportunity, there's a new way of doing something that is going to bring for you great fortune. And this card in the Thoth deck is specifically titled Fortune, so this is more specific towards some finance for you, okay? Now, in the area of hidden influences, what you need to be able to know is that the Princess of Cups is making an appearance here for something that's getting ready to come up. You may not know all of the information, but this Princess of Cups is definitely talking about emotionality. They're talking about an offer. It's a solid offer that's coming through from many different people. And so there's something coming up that you may not be aware of at this particular moment. You also don't need to twist on something that you're not aware of. They're just trying to give you a heads up that there's something that's a hidden influence that has to do with an offer that's coming forward that's going to support mini Libra here in the next 30 days. Okay. So now we're going to travel into our actual element position. And the first element that we have is air. And the air is really your mental thought process when it comes to how you're communicating things, right? Swords are air. However, in this air position, we have the Queen of Cups herself. Okay, so this is very motherly energy. Your thought processes and your communication should, if they're not already, be geared towards the thought process of that motherly influence that the Queen of Cups can be. Now, the Queen of Cups is also someone who's highly, highly, highly connected, okay? Just as much as the High Priestess, but actually using this works within herself to conduct what is necessary to change, right? So the Queen of Cups showing up here is emotionally available to support all of the different things that need to happen. So your thought processes really should be about where you can structure and communicate about coming together with different groups of people and, you know, different ways of providing mothering to yourself in some senses. I mean, you know, give yourself a break at times and make sure that you're loving and doting on yourself. All right. Now, in the fire position, which is all about our passion and our creativity and action, there's something that's going on here. Now, I find this very interesting. So the Thoth deck was one of the original decks that was out there on the planet. And many other people and other Rider-Waite decks and this and that talk about the fact that this Two of Swords energy really is about being confused. You're at a crossroads, when really, I've always agreed with this thought process and mentality that it really is a point of being at peace between your head and your heart, really. It does indicate that there's a decision that has been made or is getting ready to be made that is going to put you into this peaceful position. Your heart and your mind are completely at ease, and it will allow whatever passion or creativity that is within you, that you have made a peaceful resolution within yourself to take that action. So it's going to be in one direction or another. Now, having had said that, that could be the reason why there's some excitement here, because you've gotten to a point where you've gotten excited about an opportunity. You realize that you may have needed to say no to something, and that may have something to do with preventing an accident that would have maybe like taken you down. I don't want to call this a tower moment, but whenever the universe is giving you warnings, you should take heed, right? Take what's for you and leave the rest, as always. Now we get into our earth position, realistic, physical, practical aspects and assets, literally themselves. And what we have here is the Seven of Wands. So this is a lot of fire energy, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But the Seven of Wands titled here is Valor. And what I find interesting about this one is that the Seven of Swords really does also talk about the fact that you've come to a point where you are head and shoulders more so than head and shoulders above the rest. That would be the 6, but the 7 is actually talking about the fact that you've got a bunch of ankle biting bedwetters that are beneath you here. They can't really touch you. You are going to be seen in this status of valor. What I do find very interesting about this card, though, is we also have the energy of Mars in Leo, and the reason I bring that up is because Mars was in Aries for the longest time, and it just went retrograde into Aries, the next part of the fire sign. And so where individuals were necessarily feeling lacking of energy, it affects all signs. The retrogrades affects all signs. But again, they had me do some at the beginning because those folks needed a little bit more quick boost. I was going as fast as I could get the information in. But if there was frustrations that were developing because of a few different things, then know that whatever it is that was going was going on in your practical area, you are you do have that level of getting past whatever was going on. Those people basically can't touch you. That situation can't touch you. The practical reality of the situation is that you are still on top of the situation, okay? The next element that we go into is actually water. And so your emotions, your relationships, things that you're most sensitive to, right? And what we do have here is the Three of Swords. And this card is titled Sorrow. But what you have to understand about the Three of Swords is that it also acts as a timekeeper, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. And it also does talk about the fact that there's healing that has already happened or is getting ready to happen. You have healed from whatever situation was coming up here. And you're continuing to go through it at this particular moment. So in the Three of Swords, this is extreme Saturn and Libra energy. So when we talk about the Saturn retrograde, it is still in the sign of Capricorn in retrograde, but it is going to turn direct in Capricorn on the 28th, so the end of the month. And so the end of the month is where you'll be able to bolster getting faster with the goals that you've had the chance to kind of slow down and review a little bit, creating those boundaries that are going to help you overcome some different challenges. So I thought that was worth the reason why they brought these particular cards out and in this particular style. I mean, I just do what I'm told, right? Now, in the past position, is there energies that you're still carrying forward, okay, into your present? What we had was the Ace of Wands again. So a lot of heavy fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But the Ace of Wands is promise of a new opportunity. It's a new spark. It's a new thing that is going to help to change your particular world. So you're carrying in an idea from something that was going on in the month of August for sure, while the slowdown was occurring. But that's a great thing. So you're carrying this passion forward for something, and all the universe is trying to tell you is, now you have a chance to rest on it. You do have good fortune that's coming. You do definitely have an offer. And if you have gotten to the points where you know where the offers are, if you've had some offers, be at peace with making a decision, or be even peaceful about the fact that you haven't made a decision, but that you still have an opportunity to do it. If you need to say no, say no. It has to be all up, all in for everyone, right? Now, in your present, in your future, again, for the next 30 days, we got a bonus card here. Now, the bonus card that showed up was the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers can be very much a relationship, but it also can be very much a new partnership, that new offer, job offer that you've got. It can also indicate you coming into more alignment with your higher self to get you to the next path. And the bonus card that came out here was the Star. And I love that. So the Star is obviously talking about the fact that we have all your wishes coming true. So what you want is coming towards you within the next 30 days. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. So this is heavy Piscean energy in Saturn as well. So whatever it is that you had that spark of idea from, whatever it was that kind of twisted you just a little bit, you've healed from something, okay? You're in a great position. You're being offered all of the elements to be able to use what's within you to get to this, to get to that Wheel of Fortune in a sense. And whatever the coming together is, switching and balancing between, and I'll try to get up on this a little bit. This represents masculine, this represents feminine, and the Lovers is basically going crosswise at this point to show that the inner child within each individual is a mix of both feminine and masculine. I think that's a beautiful depiction of this particular card, because it does mean that some individuals are going to have to shift a little bit more from more feminine ideals as far as actions and activities into more masculine, and vice versa. It just depends on who you are based on the particular situation. But whatever it is that you wanted is coming. So you planted a heavy seed, and that's getting ready to bear some significant fruit. Now they're telling me to go into the second card here. And so the second card that we have here from our Lightworker Oracle deck is the First Ray of Power. And I'm told that there's some detail in the book, so I'll go ahead real quickly and pull this detail out of the book. And then we'll go into the Oracle cards that support each of the different elements that we have here. So number 1, right? Ones are fabulous because they're the beginnings of something. Let us flip the page and get to it. Okay, so the first ray of power is energy of conscious destruction. It can be used in a healthy way to eliminate the past and allow for a fresh start. The first ray also carries the frequency of leadership. It can assist you to stand in the truth of your light so others find their way by it. It helps to strengthen your willpower so that you can accomplish any task you choose. And that makes a lot of sense while the integrity card is here, right? Okay. The Ascended Master El Moira brings you his particular blessing and encourages you to believe in your own strength and take the initiative on matters most to you. Now there's a full invocation on a remainder of the page, but I think for the essence of time, what I'll do is I'll snap the stills here and I'll put these at the end of the video so that you can go back and you can take a look at this. But basically you've got an Ascended Master that's going to be with in order to try support. So you've got El Moira and you have Archangel Haniel working on making sure that you're in your fullest integrity for the remainder of these next 30 days in this period. Okay, I will keep that out so I can snap the still. Now, we're going to go into the element oracles to support. So I've got the Earth Magic deck to support the Earth in position. And that's what we're going to start with. So this Valor, what else can we say to our Libras with regards to the Seven of Wands? Okay. I love the depiction on this card. It's so beautiful. Wind and activation. Okay. So wind and activation means that you are being called to do something at this particular moment. You are being activated in order to do something. So whatever it is that you called into yourself, there's opportunity that's here. Okay? You're being activated for a specific reason in order to get that done. Practical matters, things that you can do is take action on whatever it is that you started that is kind of leading you to the direction of being above other people that have maybe created a little conflict for you. You got this is what they're saying, but you're being activated for a reason. Okay, so that was our air area. Now we're going to go into our that was our that was our earth area. Now we're going to go back up to our fire area, and we're going to use the Oracle of the Dragons to see what else that they can support with that passion and the creativity and action. And what can they support us with this Two of Swords at being in peace? Either you're already there or you're going to get there because you're going to make a decision. All right, dragons, how can you support the Two of Swords? Oh, thank you. So we have the black we have the black dragon from Saturn. I love this. The black Saturn from Dragon brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. So you need to be able to concentrate and focus on your ultimate vision and congratulate yourself because you've already passed a test. And that would be the truth if you've already gotten here. And if you were at a stalemate for some particular reason, again, I don't particularly care to use that terminology, but it is a decision between your head and your heart. So when everything is in alignment, you're there. You're in your spiritual alignment that's going to be able to support you. So I think that's fabulous. Okay, so now we're going to go into our air element, and the air element is going to be supported by the fairies. So fairies, we would like to understand with our mental communication and the Queen of Cups offering us being in our fields and powerful within our own medicine. What else can the Queen of Cups support the Libras with here for the next 30 days with their thought process and their communication? A lot of water energy here. Be in your feels. Balance and love is what they're telling me in my brain. But we actually did get 2 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and read 2 cards. The first card that popped out was the one called Music. So listen carefully, for there may be messages in the music that you hear, and music can lift a soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So very instrumental. Okay. And then the second card that pops up here is Transformation. Okay, very scorpionic energy, but the fairy is telling you to surrender to transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. So embrace your transformation. The best is really yet to come. So somebody's had a decision between 2 positions. Someone's had a decision between 2 partners. Someone's had a decision about doing 2 things. Both of them are in your best element, but you are being led by spirit to take one action over the other and just rest on that and allow them to share and unfold that information for you. Come in a truce within your own self, within between your mind and your heart, and let Spirit continue to guide you, because they're giving you something that you want. You asked for it, now it's coming. All right. Now, the final element that we have, the Three of Swords. And our actual water element for our emotions, relationships, and sensitivity, this Three of Swords is healing that's already happening. I was told that the Angel Tarot deck was going to be able to provide a little bit of information. So we'll go ahead and flip. What do you need to share with our Libras here? There we go. The Two of Abundance. Okay, so life might be feeling a little out of balance right now, and you could be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change to your dream career. Hello, it says that all over the place. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. Make your work as playful as possible, and multitasking with a positive attitude actually brings success. So I love that, because you've obviously been excited about something. You have the opportunity to go forth. You're changing your paradigm here. Something is getting ready to shift for you. And you need to be able to say no when you need to be able to say no. And if that means that you need a little bit more playtime instead of work time, then say that. You have to be in your integrity at all times, because that's how you heal yourself and you heal others, just by being yourself. So I thought that was pretty interesting there. Okay, so the other deck that is being called out right now is to specifically speak to the past and the present. So help us understand, universe, where we're at with this Ace of Wands. Why are we carrying this beautiful energy of the Ace of Wands? How can it continue to support us? Libra, Ace of Wands. Thank you. Ooh, Queen of Swords. Okay. But she's presenting herself in reverse, which means that you are getting away from, or you're looking for an opportunity to get away from someone that didn't necessarily have the best attitude. I'll put it that way. Now, the Queen and the King of Swords are very good at their intellectual selves, okay? A lot of air energy, Libra energy itself. However, the Queen of Swords presenting in reserve means that she's softening something. So it looks as though you were requesting someone who was a little bit overbearing to kind of soften up a little bit, even if that was yourself, so that you could get to this next passionate level. Is there anything else? Yes. We have two. Ooh, I love it. All right. So we have the Seven of Pentacles that showed up, and we also have the Strength card that showed up here. So the Seven of Pentacles is really talking about the fact that you have to reevaluate what was going on. You have to reevaluate a particular situation with the individual, a person, a place. And so this Ace of Wands was sparking you to try to do something different. And the reason why you were able to be in the Seven of Swords in this Valor position, because you're being activated, is because you had the strength and you received a huge blessing and a download to help you get through that. Okay, so that's absolutely fabulous. So this Ace of Wands really did bring in this area of this Leo energy from the sun, which was really important. And I do want to call out here the infinity symbol to let you know that Spirit is always with you. Whenever you ask for something, they will deliver it, as long as it's in your best and highest good. Okay, you always have a choice. Free will is free will, but they're always going to try to lead you to the thing that is going to be most supportive for you. Now we got double cards here in the future. So let us get a little bit more information about the Lovers here for our Libras for the next 30 days. Ooh, wowzers. Are these meant for one? All three. Okay, so all three of these cards are meant to support this lover energy here. We have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is really talking about complete balance. It is talking about everything that you get, you receive. It's also talking about a specific bonus that's getting ready to pop up for some individuals. Whatever that means for you, financial bonuses are great when you can get them. The Page of Wands is here. Okay, so we had the Ace of Wands with the grand idea. Now you've got the Page of Wands, which is showing up. Maybe a little bit hesitant in a sense, but the passion is there, just a little bit shy and trying to help deliver this new information that's coming to you. And the only thing that you have to do, we have the High Priestess that presented in reverse, is you need to make sure that you understand that this is something that you don't have to twist yourself up about. Okay, you are receiving the information and the guidance from higher self and from Spirit to be able to help you. The other thing that I wanted to be able to point out, since we're looking at the two artworks, are the two pillars here, okay? And the Lovers are indicating a strong you know, two pillars and that duality of energy that's kind of coming through there. So what this looks like is that you are going to be receiving an offer, and whatever is going on within your area, someone didn't necessarily want to reveal information, but this is a huge opportunity to be confident in what it is that is getting ready to happen for you in this lover situation. So if it's not a job situation and it is a romantic situation, then just know that we'll put them in this order because I think it'll make a little bit more sense if we do it this way. Where that there was some fears, there is a new opportunity, and that new opportunity is going to bring complete balance for you if it happens to be a relationship itself, okay? But business is relationship, so you know what I'm talking about. But let us get clarification on the star for our Libra in the next 30 days. Ooh, look at that. We got the Three of Swords in reverse. I love it. So you're healing now, but you are completely healed at this point. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Oh my gosh. Can you even? So then we got the Five of Wands, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune that showed up again. All right. So what they're trying to say here is that the star is also a blessing. It's also a healing when you receive that. The star is also talking about making sure that there's some balance, but it is also talking about the fact that you're receiving more information, especially for those light workers and other individuals that are out there. You're receiving more downloads at this particular moment. Those downloads are definitely helping you heal because there's something that you want and you're getting there, okay? Now, the Five of Wands that shows up here means that you're still a little bit conflicted about maybe a choice that was made. Maybe you're feeling regretful about having to say no to a specific opportunity, one choice versus the other. But at the end of the day, this is the right choice for you because we have the Wheel of Fortune again. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't come out for no reason, okay? This is something that is going to change your life. It's going to change your lifestyle. It's going to change a lot of who it is that you are and what it is that you're going to be able to bring to the table going forward. So I'm not afraid of this High Priestess that's sitting here. There was some potential information that you may not know about, but there is there's an offer that's coming. It's already been told to you. You got the Princess of Cups and you got the Page of Wands. You've got the Queen of Cups here. You have the Ace of Wands. So whatever it is that you're going for, you are definitely going to be healed. And I'm specifically getting 3 weeks for a lot of people. I keep getting the 3 in my brain. 3 weeks. There's something significant that's getting ready to happen for you in 3 weeks. This Two of Abundance, right? You got this Two of Swords that was sitting here. You're doing a lot of healing. I mean, this is actually a really fantastic reading. What it basically boils down to is accept the fact that you're going to be going through this transformation, okay? You're going to be going through this transformation, and you need to do whatever you can in order to make sure that you are calm and that you are balanced, and that you are balanced in your own love of your own self, because you deserve it, Libra, okay? I'm speaking to myself too. I deserve it. But you have a lot of wisdom, and spiritually, especially light workers that are out there, you need to just be appreciative of the fact that you passed whatever freaking test was out there. Now your activation is getting ready to carry you a little bit more fully into these next 30 days. So Libra, that is what I have for you at this particular time. I hope that it was received with all the love and light that I'm trying to put out there for you. If you do have any questions, make sure that you comment. You can hit the email up. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can be aware of when I post updated videos, especially if you're cross-watching for your other signs that are out there. I am available for personals. I have been doing a lot of great personal work for people as of late. My prices aren't crazy, but all that stuff will be listed in the description box below as well. So with that having been said, Libra, thank you very much for allowing me to tap into our collective energy to share some information for you. Bye for now.